Good afternoon everybody, Jono here, and in today's video I have something a little special. So I've come here to Gordy to get a load back to Red Stag in Rotorua just after a load that I delivered to Mount Maunganui. And so as I'm coming in, following our mate over here up to Gordy's skid, then get told I have to go to the back skid. So I was sort of doing a cleanup with our mate over here, so we just make our way up to skid 7, which is right at the back, on this beautiful day, clear blue skies, and then coming over as well, you got a little bit of light cloud. It's awesome, Spring's coming at the end of this month in September, so that's when it's going to start warming up a bit, and sun will be out a little bit longer as well, which will be good. Spend some more time with the family when it's still daylight instead of coming back home and it's dark. But it's always interesting in this forest. Beautiful sights, and if you know where this forest is, leave a comment, as it would be interesting to see. So this forest is in between Matata and Te Puke, just for a clue, and entrances along the Matata Strait near the campsite. And then another entrance as well is just past the BP between the Williams depot as you're heading towards Te Puke and the BP at Pongakawa. And I have to say, Pikawai Road, when you're going in, if you're going towards where the campsite is, Maratā ways, beautiful. Rolling hills, you've got the animals, the sheep, bulls and all this other stuff. Really beautiful, Like, I know sheep is a sheep, but put it in the right setting, looks beautiful. And yeah, I love my job, The views that we see each day, the people we meet as well. You get some rough around the edges, you get some real out there sort of people, including myself, but no, it's just good, Get to meet all sorts of people, and the people you meet are a good sort. I had a home load after this, and I met a lady, and she was actually a log truck driver. At first I thought it was Raymond Bradshaw's truck. Good mate, known throughout the community, good sort, and he's got a really nice K200 sleeper cab. And so when I came in I thought it was his truck, but no, it was just another operator's truck with Aztec. And yeah, she just hops out, and I was like, hey, I thought, oh, maybe it's Raymond's wife or something, she's driving truck. But then nah, it wasn't. So no, it was good to talk to her, and while we're on training and stuff like that. No, it's just good to see, different sorts of people, especially the ladies, Wahines out there doing the job, loving it. But yeah, when I came into the skid after our mate came out, obviously, as you can see, there's a bell that was sorting out wood whilst Gordy was doing loading. But when I came in, Gordy took off the trailer, and then boom, he says, oh, I don't know, come, which is Andrew in Te Reo, load the truck. And I was like, hey, what's going on? Next minute, getting loaded by a bell, which I think may has only happened once in an 8-year log truck career. That was really a special moment, and yeah, just the skill it takes to load a truck with a bell, yeah, it's just next level. So hats off to Anaru, yeah, awesome guy, good left, and hails from Waiahu, which is near Galatea and Murupara in the Bay of Plenty, New Zealand. Head on Galatea Road as well, which heads up towards Te Teko and the Matahina Dam, which is very impressive actually to see Matahina Dam. But as I said in the previous video, I'm actually crap with the names unless I know them like a long time. But with the name Aranu, like Andrew, straight away knew it because my granddad's name was Andrew, and yeah, he was actually Scottish, so yeah, easy to remember. And then also a veteran of the Suez Canal conflict that happened in the 50s. Yeah, so he went over there for peacekeeping role with the British Army, and that's probably how my dad got into the British Army as well, following the footsteps. But I think originally my granddad, grandma and dad and family and all that sort of stuff lived in France at the time, and so my dad wanted to go into the army, but then originally was going to go into the French Foreign Legion, but my granddad talked him out of it and to join the British Army, and so that's how I came about. And that's how the history came about as well. So he went, first posting was to Germany in 1986, and then yeah, rest is history. Met my mum, and then yeah, happily married all the way till now. And as we're on the topic of history, let's talk about this little beast here, the bell, the mighty bell. So the bell itself was actually designed and put into production in 1964, but original use was for sugarcane loading, because obviously sugarcane's quite heavy and yeah, awkward. So that was why it was in. But then later on in the 60s, it actually got put forth and redesigned for forestry. So that's when the first model in the the late 60s came about for this bell, and the articulated loggers. And this model is a Logging Pro version, and there's a timber logger as well as a cane logger. So they've actually got two specifics now. They've got the timber logger and then the cane logger Pro. The Bell company actually created other specialized equipment for forestry, such as scoggers, forwarders, and timber trucks. So a scogger is similar to a bell but has 4 wheels instead of 3, so it's a little bit more dynamic and also a little bit more grounded. So Adanu loaded the truck and the dolly. Now it's time to get the final grabs from Gordy, who's down at the bottom skid. I think it was like skid 5. So heading there now for a couple of grabs, and then after that we'll chain up and head out. And just as we were saying before, to the left is coming up a forwarder. So many crews in the forest here actually have forwarders, as it's useful to move wood from the felling site forward. And other forestry equipment that's used is a processor, a feller, which is like a mini processor, same sort of head on it, which has the 2 chainsaws, a grapple, and all that sort of stuff, as well as a skidder, which is like a little buggy with a grapple at the back of the skidder, and is used to haul full-length stems from the felling zone to the skid, which then gets processed by a processor and cut into lengths, which then is transported by a logging truck to numerous destinations. And just coming up on our right hand side, we have our mate Gordy. He's just fueling up and also doing a grease up of the beak and other points around the loader, which has grease nipples. Also in the forest we have containers which would be like an office sort of thing with the health and safety meetings and all that sort of stuff. But then also we have containers which hold fuel. So this is one of the fuel containers, which has a mount on top of the container which can be used for the grapple loaders to hold and actually elevate to move the container around, or the beak as well for the wheel loaders. Just want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you for liking my content, subscribing, and staying with me through this journey. Feel free to leave a comment, and I'll have an awesome day. Stay safe. I'll catch you on the next one.